guys, welcome to another episode of Salty Badger Shop Adventures. It's rainy and cold outside, so we're going to spend a little bit of time in the shop today working on a ironhead sportster, trying to get the transmission trapdoor put in. Let's see how that goes. But before we get started, let's give out a shout out to our supporters, new subscribers, Toby Northern and Knucklehead's Redneck Garage. Hey, I like to support those that support me. So, give their pages a look if you're not already subscribed. Give them a like. So, today's project is, like I said, an old ironhead sportster. Picked this up as a basket case. And when I say basket case, we literally carried some parts in a laundry basket. Every nut, every bolt has been taken apart on this bike. They say it's all there. I've already come across some stuff that we're missing. But I knew buying a basket case that somebody else took apart, and when we got there, we chased parts for a while to find them. I should have videoed it. But hey, it's all about the fun in the build and the fun in the ride. I got some ideas for it. You'll see it in the video. If not, we're going to chop it because the frame is smoked from an accident. Well, let's get on with the video. Nobody wants to sit here and look at me and listen to me talk. I don't even like looking at me in the video. Let's go, guys. Alright, working on the ironhead. One of the Sportster projects, got material out of here that's in the transmission area. Don't really have to, but I don't like the extra stuff hanging there in case it doesn't break up. Make it cleaner. Get rid of some of this extra. Just trying to get rid of the loose stuff that's hanging around like that. And you don't want to pull it because you don't want to pull it out from between the transmission case and create a leak. Jumping in this project a little bit farther. I wish I would have been recording at the start of it. We did do a complete overhaul on this up to this point. Now we're to the point where we got to assemble the transmission, start putting the primary side of it together. But some pauses in the build while we wait for some parts. It's been apart for several years. Because when you take something apart and it sits for a while, they're not as abundant as finding parts for new M8. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to make this a kickstart, but it was an electric start. But getting older, you know, the kickstarters aren't so much fun, and a little bit different kind of project. I see Shade Tree Surgeon and Adam Sandoval had a little hill climb there at B&B. I even seen Mike from Riding the Ozarks saying he was going to put together a little something. Might want to get in on that little bit of a challenge of doing some hill climbing. Getting older, but might take a ride that's a little bit younger with me to ride something. Like I've said before, I actually like the build part of it. Really enjoy the working on bikes. Just, I would say almost as much as riding them. Get out here in my workshop and just tinker around, see what I can get done on some stuff. This has kind of been a project for a while. Picked this one up and started on it. It's been a lot of fun kind of putting it together. I'm learning about the ironheads. I like the Sportster stuff, as you've probably seen in some of my videos. We're going to get at it and see if we can't get this transmission case put together. Alright, we've got our support plate, we've got our oil plug in, we've got our needle bearing in. We've got our spacer between the case and fourth gear, We have our counter shaft to end. We have our gear spacer between 4th gear and 2nd gear. What we do not have is a spacer to go between 2nd and 3rd gear. I am going to have to do some research, locate the spacer that goes between these two. Now, all that being said, I've also realized that when the main bearing went out, which is the roller bearings, besides taking out the counter, but this bearing on this side, it's also taking out the main shaft. You can just see how bad it's worn here. So I'm also going to have to locate a main shaft so that we can replace that before going any farther.